Hey guys, Nate here with the Volunteer Tech Vlog on the Live Sound 101 YouTube channel. How you doing today? I am doing great. I'm up bright and early and I'm about to take the CTS-D examination. So I'm at the testing center. I got here about 15 minutes earlier than the half hour that they suggested. So I'm here about 45 minutes early just to make sure I didn't get stuck in traffic or something, because it is a timed test. So as you know, I've mentioned it a couple times, but I'm gearing up to take the CTS-D, which is an InfoComm certification. So they've got the regular CTS, they've got a CTS-I for installers and a CTS-D for designers. So I'm doing the design track. And today's the day, and it's funny because I was looking at the news last night, and apparently like a bunch of the planets have aligned this morning. Like if you woke up early before sunrise and looked to the pointed your microscope or telescope to the sky in a certain direction, you could see a bunch of the planets like all kind of in line. So I guess it's a good day for me to take the exam. So hopefully I pass. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'll let you know how I do. And I've been studying for it a lot. That's why I haven't made too many videos lately. Is that, you know, when I first started the Volunteer Tech Vlog, the whole thing was I would record videos in my car so I could keep up with it. And so I wouldn't get bogged down with the video editing. I love video editing, but I'm just exploring different ways to make YouTube videos. And so recording the videos with the little dash-mounted camera was one of the things I've been exploring. And I've done it for a year pretty consistently. So I got like 120-something videos. So started about a year ago and going strong. So I think it's a good medium. But I haven't recorded many videos lately because of my CTS-D studying. I've been doing a lot of my studying in the car too. And you might say, well, Nate, how is that safe? You know, because I got this big 3-ring binder of material I gotta study. I'm not actually reading in the car. So what I'll do is at night after the kids go to bed, I'll go up to my office, shut the door, and read out loud in front of a microphone. So basically I recorded my own student guide audiobook for CTS-D and read the whole 670-something page 3-ring binder, recorded it in a bunch of WAV files. I should have just done MP3 to save space, but anyway, I recorded a bunch of files, and I would listen back to different chapters of the book, different sections as I'm driving to and from work. So not only did I read the whole student guide out loud, but then I listened back to it multiple times. At least one, I listened to each section at least once, some sections 2 or 3 times, just to like let it sink in. So that's kind of been my study prep. And that's why I haven't been recording many videos, because I've been really, like today is January 22nd, 2016. This has been the day I've been planning for. And really since August, I've been studying. I've been ramping up my studying. And in the last few weeks, it's just been like every spare minute, I've just been trying to drill on the math problems, do the, you know, loudspeaker coverage math problems, PAG-NAG problems, just regular DB math problems, trying to calculate the gain before feedback, potential acoustic gain. What other math problems I've been working on? Electrical power required at the speaker, power requirements for amplifiers, BTU calculations, jam ratio, conduit sizes, all kinds of problems that related to AV math, room modes. Lots of stuff. Ohm's law, series parallel wiring. So anyway, that's kind of what I've been immersed in lately. But I figured today would be a good day to make another video and just say hello and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. My lips are not working right now. Anyway, I will pause the video right now, and when I come back, I will let you know 3 hours later whether I passed or failed. So it is, yeah, you get 3 hours to take the exam, 125 questions. That works out to 1 minute and 44 seconds per question. So it is a timed thing. You have access to a calculator, you have access to a formula cheat sheet. And it's all done, it's all multiple choice. And there are 10 pilot questions, I believe, that they're testing out. So anyway, I'm gonna go into this Pearson VUE Test Center, and hopefully when I come out, I will be the newest CTS-D holder. So I will see you in 3 hours. Wish me luck. All right, I just passed the CTS-D exam. Woohoo! Woohoo! I don't have to study anymore. When my wife is downstairs watching Netflix, I can actually come down and join her now. Oh, it feels so good to have the CTS done and under my belt. I mean the CTS-D. I've wanted the CTS-D for a number of years now, and I thought it would be really cool if I worked for a company that would pay my way through that, and that is what has just happened. So big thank you to my current employer for giving me the means to do that, and I think it's awesome. I'm really glad to have that under my belt. Now oh man, I just wanted to reflect on, I can't share any information about the actual test because that would be a violation of the terms or the non-disclosure. So I can't talk about any of the actual content or material or questions, even though I have all these questions in my mind. Some of them I really want to talk about right now, but I can't. But what I can do is talk about Pearson VUE and my experience with them. So yeah, it was I've never been to a Pearson VUE testing center before, so this is my first time here at the Wellesley, Massachusetts Pearson VUE Center over here. I'm looking at I-95 right now. It's pretty right off the highway where I-95 or Route 9 meet, so very, very convenient to get to. And had a very good experience. Walked in, very friendly young lady there, you know, making sure everybody took a number. So what happens is, if you've never been to one of these before, is you come in, you can't bring anything with you. You can't bring a cell phone. You can't, you can't have your study materials in there. You're not supposed to. I did see, I actually saw one guy at least look like he was studying, like in the waiting room. You're not supposed to have any study materials in the facility, but then there's like little lockers for you. This is what they don't tell you ahead of time, but like logistically, I left my cell phone, I left everything in my car. I just brought my keys with me. And then you get in there and you come to find out people brought backpacks and jackets and whatnot. And they actually have lockers that they give you. So they give you a number, they take a photo of you, some people, they scan your palm print. And then you have to provide 2 forms of identification. For CTS-D, they don't scan your palm print, but like everybody else there had to scan their palm print because they're taking other tests. But for CTS-D, had to have 2 forms of identification, and that's pretty much it. They give you a little locker. You can't bring your watch, you can't bring your keys, you can't bring your wallet, nothing in your pockets at all. So this was a big one for logistics for anyone that wants to do the CTS-D. I was concerned about the calculator and formula sheet thing because when you study for the exam, you know that you're going to have access to a calculator, and you're allowed to have the calculator. You're allowed to have a certain specific InfoComm sanctioned formula sheet, but you're not allowed to bring it in with you. So I was kind of like, where does this come from? And come to find out, those are actually built into the exam. So the calculator, there's just like a little on-screen calculator that mimics exactly the TI whatever scientific calculator that InfoComm hands out when you take the prep course. So that calculator is there. You can actually convert it to a simple calculator, a non-scientific calculator if you want to. So the calculator is there on screen, all the functionality that you would normally have with that physical calculator. The formula sheet is also a little button that pops up on screen. Interesting that it had a wide screen, like 16:9 or 16:10 screen, but the test format was still in 4:3. So like it would have been nice to like have the questions in the middle and like the calculator off to the side, but you couldn't do that because it was there's letterboxed, which is kind of ironic for a CTS-D exam. But that's how the test was set up. Very comfortable environment though. They're very systematic. You come in there and she calls your number. She gives you like a big number. And then comes up, takes your picture, gets your information, checks your ID, whole deal, and you go sit down, and then You know, when your time comes, you go down the hall, you talk to the next guy who sets you all up, gets your name, checks your ID, blah blah blah, and you go in, and he's got this like window, this control room view of like all the tests. So he's like right in the middle of this room, and there's like little test stations all around, and the little computers essentially with nice little dividers, so that like stick beyond your peripheral, so it does feel like you're kind of in a room by yourself, even though there's people all there. And they provide you with what do they provide you with ear protection, I guess what you would call it. You know, those big old sound deadening earmuffs. For some reason I'm not thinking of the proper AV technical name for them, but I guess ear protection. These big old over the ear noise canceling earmuffs. So, which I actually found pretty convenient, because the guy next to me was kind of typing, and it was just kind of annoying. So I put those on. I couldn't hear him typing anymore. So that was nice. They also have a sound masking system in there. So a very comfortable testing environment. What else can I say about Pearson VUE? Those were my big concerns. Was like the calculator, and the formula sheet. There were a couple wacky questions that like, so it's 125 questions, 3 hours, about 1 minute and 44 seconds per question, and then they throw in 10 kind of like sample. Maybe the wacky ones were sample ones that they threw in there on purpose, just to see if, you know, I really were paying attention. But yeah, so it ends up being 135 questions total, because there's 10 extra. And then a passing score is 350. I don't remember exactly how they scale it or how it's weighted, but 350 is a passing score. And I'm not going to tell you what I got, but I passed. So I'm happy. Oh, actually, I guess I could tell you what I got. If you want to know, I'll tell you if you want to know. Leave me a comment. But point is, I passed. I got the CTS-D. So those are my thoughts on CTS-D exam. Yeah, there were a couple questions in there that, you know, I don't know if they were just control questions, but I'd studied that student guide. I'll pull it out right here. Studied this big old 3-ring binder. Read through every word in this thing multiple times, listening back to it, and there were a couple terms in there that I had not seen before. So I guess that's how the test is designed. But anyway, I am gonna get going. Just wanted to give you the news, and you'll probably start seeing some more vlogging videos pretty soon, because I'll have a little bit more free time. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.